I'm Jamie. Welcome to Flex and Flow's Little Yogis. When you are ready, you're gonna join me on down on your mat in a comfy seat. You can come onto your shins or your knees, or you can come onto your bum. Find a place that feels the most comfortable for you, and then just start to really settle down in. I want you to think about the crown of your head getting really, really, really tall, so your spine, your back, is nice and long, okay? And then once you're here, we're gonna find our nose. Can you find your nose? Yes, there it is. We have two nostrils either side. I want you to breathe really big in both of those nostrils. So take a breath in. And then as we breathe out, we're gonna hum like a bee. Okay, that's kind of fun, right? We're gonna do it 3 more times. We're gonna come in through both of these nostrils, and then we're gonna breath out and we're gonna hum like a bee. Here we go. Take a big breath in. Very good. Do it again. Very good, little yogis. Hopefully that felt really good to be a bee. Hopefully you felt that breath as you were doing it. And today we're going to talk about feelings. So how we feel, how you felt maybe that breath in the inside of your body, and how we feel sometimes on the outside of our bodies, because all of those things are feelings. So let's talk about that a little bit. Feelings, they can happen inside, right? So we can feel really sad. We can feel really happy. We can feel really mad. We can also feel really scared. Those are all feelings. But we can also feel really tired, or maybe our muscles feel kind of sore, and maybe sometimes we can feel a little ouchy, like pinch, ow. All right, so all of those things, the inside and the outside, are all feelings. And today we're gonna use our movements, we're gonna move our bodies and our breath to explore our feelings. All right, when you're ready, you're gonna join me in rock pose. So come on down onto your shins, and you're gonna take your hips and guide them back towards your heels. And then I want you to walk your fingers forward out in front of you, and you can soften your elbows down on the mat. Take a few breaths here, finding those deep breaths in through the nostrils, and big breaths out. If it feels good, walk your fingers a little bit more forward, and notice how that feels in your arms. Do you feel a little more stretch? Maybe they feel a little bit more tired. One more breath in. And a breath out. We're gonna roll to our tabletop pose. So you're gonna press into your palms and you're gonna bring your spine nice and long. So you've got this nice tabletop on your knees and your palms of your hands. And like I could come and just sit on top of you. You'd be a nice table or little chair for me. And then from here, we're gonna start to dip our belly towards the mat, and we're gonna lift our bum, lift the crown of our head, and we're gonna go moo into cow shape. And then we're gonna bring our chins towards our chest, and you're gonna bring yourself into a spooky cat shape. Meow. Okay, 2 more times. Let's go into our cow. Drop your belly, lift your heart, lift your bum, moo. Spooky cats. Bring your chin towards your chest. Meow. One more time. You can make your animal noises if you want, or you can skip them and just find your breath in through both nostrils and breath out. We're going to return to our table. So we're nice and long here. Remember, I could come and sit right on top of you. And then we're going to bring our hips back to our heels, and we're going to soften our forehead back down towards the mat for rock. You can walk your fingers forward if that feels good in your body. Take a big breath in here. And a big breath out. Come back onto all fours. We'll find that table shape again. And we'll go through our cow cats. We're gonna moo as we inhale, lift the seat, lift your head. Exhale, bring your chin towards your chest, round your spine. 2 more times, find your cow shape, drop your belly, lift your heart, find that moo, and then find your meow as you arch into it, spooky cats. 1 more time, find your shapes, lifting up, feeling really, really, really nice and long, and then exhale, arch the spine, find your spooky cat. Come back to your table, take a deep breath in here, and a deep breath out. Really nice work. From here, I want you to take all 10 toes onto the mat. So tuck your toes. And then once your toes are tucked, begin to lift your knees and see if you can use your legs to press your booty all the way up to the sky, finding a downward facing dog. Woo, how does that feel? What if you bend the knees? Maybe take your dog for a little walk, rocking back and forth. Notice how your legs feel. Notice how your arms feel. Do you have tension anywhere? Take maybe 2 more breaths. We're just moving, walking our dog, taking it for a walk, maybe taking a look at our neighbor's plants. 1 more breath. And then find your downward facing dog. We're going to gaze forward. So take your eyes and look towards your hands, bend your knees, and take steps all the way up towards your hands. Bring your chin in towards your chest and lower so that your whole upper body is dropping down towards your toes. So we're in a nice forward fold. Find your breath. Ragdoll, holding here for a couple breaths, seeing if you can feel into the backs of the legs. How does that feel? What about your spine? How does it feel? How is your head and neck? Can you soften it, shaking no, and then maybe yes, and then back to no again. All right, bring your hands to your shins. All right, and then we're gonna look forward, ooh, halfway lift. So our head and our tail are in one line. And then I want you to fold all the way back down. Okay, next we're gonna tuck our chins in towards our chest, and we're gonna roll up nice and slow, all the way up, unfurling until we arrive at the very top, and we're gonna be strong mountains. Turn your palms to face forward. Take a big breath here, and a big breath out, maybe hum like a bee. On your inhale, reach your arms up nice and tall. And as you exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Take a big breath in. And a big breath out if you would like, hum like a bee. Okay, release your hands down by your sides. Give yourself a little wiggle. Think about your whole body is like a big noodle and just shake. Shake it out. Okay, now keep your feet so that they're about in line with your hips. Here are your hips, here are my feet. All right, we have a nice strong base. We're sturdy like a mountain. And then we're gonna take our right foot, or you can just choose a foot, and we're gonna step it out nice and wide. Then once you step it out, turn your toes so that they're pointing the same direction as your fingers. And then your other foot is gonna be lined up with the other edge of your mat. Cool? Drop your shoulders, and then bend into your knee. Same direction as your toes. Very nice. Warrior 2. Strong warriors, we're here. Now you notice, our muscles have to work here to bend our knee. How do your legs feel? How does your breath feel? Take 1 more inhale and stay for the exhale. Really strong work. Straighten through that bent knee. Rise all the way up. Turn those toes in and reach your fingertips high to the sky like a big, shining, bright star. And then as you exhale, we're gonna bring our chins towards our chest, bring our hands to our hips, and roll slowly down towards the mat. Maybe lowering the hands down once you arrive, folding into our star shape. Take 2 big breaths here through the nose, and 2 breaths out. Good job, little yogis. 1 more breath in. Feel into the backs of your legs. I hope this feels nice. And 1 more breath out. Just like we did before, we're gonna find that little halfway lift where the head and the tail are in one line. And then I want you to take your front fingertips and I want you to reach them
underneath your opposite arm and grab onto your opposite leg, somewhere onto your shin, maybe even somewhere near your ankle, and then walk these fingers forward like onto your fingertips like little spiders, and then start to look underneath your armpit. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Really nice twisted stars. Release those spider fingers back underneath your face. Release your hand from your leg, and then bring your hands onto your hips. Point your elbows towards the sky, chin towards your chest, and roll up nice and soft all the way back to stand. All right, feeling warm. Bring your arms up overhead. We're gonna step our front foot in, so bend into your back knee, step it in to meet your right, meet in mountain pose. Bring your hands down by your sides and just pause for a moment. We're gonna set up for tree pose. So I always like to imagine myself like a flamingo in this shape. We're gonna try and balance on one leg, okay? So the same foot we started with, if you can remember it, you're gonna lift your heel off of the mat, you're gonna turn your toes to point out, and then you're gonna bring your heel onto your ankle, or maybe slide it up the shin. And maybe pause here. You can take your hands to your hips, you can bring them to your heart, or if you're feeling really stable, you can reach them high and maybe you fall out, okay? Finding your branches, finding your tree. If you're feeling really good, you can start to lift your foot above your knee and maybe you hold. Take another breath. Good job, trees. And then when you're ready, release. Very nice work. We're gonna find mountain pose again. You can just let your palms open, maybe bring them through your heart. Pause here for a big breath in, and maybe hum it out through the nose. Notice how your body is feeling. Is it feeling warmer? Maybe you have a little more energy, or maybe it's feeling tired, and all of those things are okay. All right, when you're ready, we're gonna bring our feet back in line with our hips so we have a little more space. Soften your knees, and then take your back foot this time, so the one you didn't do before, and step it all the way out, okay, nice and wide. Turn your toes so that your fingers and toes face the same direction, and then arms out nice and wide and strong, okay? Draw your shoulders away from your ears, maybe lift them for a minute, and then release them, and then bend into the knees, sink down. Pause here. Woo, hello, there's our legs, we feel them. Maybe we feel that strong leg that's holding us here, this warrior. Maybe we feel a little shaky. Maybe our balance is getting a little wobbly. Take another breath, and then straighten through that leg. Reach your arms to the sky, turn all 10 toes to face in. Reach your fingertips to the sky, big, bright, shining stars. And then hands to your hips. Bring your chin towards your chest. And with a nice long back, you're gonna come all the way down to a fold. Release your hands underneath your face if you would like. Pause here and just feel your legs. Do they feel a little bit more open maybe? Even just a couple more, just a couple more comfort levels open, maybe not totally open. Take one more big breath in. And big breath out. On an inhale, we're gonna bring our hands to our hips and find that little halfway lift, squeezing the shoulder blades in, and then fold it back down. Bring the hands underneath your face. From here, take that 2 more times. We're gonna bring our hands to our hips, and we're gonna see if we can bring crown of our head or the top of our head in line with our seat, and then we'll lower our hands back down. One more time, draw the hands towards the hips, elbows point high. Find the crown of the head or top of the head and the seat in one line, and then lower back down. Now you guys are experts at that. Find a halfway lift with your palms down, and then spider fingers with your right hand, or now your back hand. Spider it out, and then walk the left hand over to your front leg, and then go underneath your armpit. Gazing underneath the armpit, finding our twisted star. Good job, little yogis. One more breath here. And then release. First releasing the hand from the leg, and then spider fingering the hands back to underneath your face. Bring your hands towards your hips, elbows point high, shoulder blades squeeze in. Chin towards your chest and roll up softly all the way, one vertebrae at a time.
Until we get to the top. We reach our fingers up high. We're big, bright, shining stars. And then I want you to take your front leg now and step it in towards the other leg. Back to mountain. You can release your hands down by your sides or bring them to your heart center. We'll take a big breath in. And a big breath out, hum like a bee. One more breath in. If you would like, hum like a bee. Release your hands down by your sides. Soften your knees a little bit. Now we're going to take that same foot we've been working on, and I want you to come up onto your toes, so lift your heel, and then turn your toes out to the side. So now my knee, like I'm opening a door, it's going out to the side, okay? So we're going to bring our toes towards our ankle, and maybe we stay here. This is our tree, or maybe we start to slide that foot up a little bit, and maybe we bring our hands to our heart, maybe to our hips, or if we're feeling we have that balance, whoa, we can reach them, and maybe we fall out, okay? So find your balancing tree. This is your strong trunk. Maybe this foot comes in towards your ankle. Maybe we slide up to the shin. Maybe we raise our branches really big. Very nice, little yogis. Take another breath here. And then release your hand and your feet. Shake it out. Very good. All right. From here, we're going to make our way down to our seats. So hopefully we're feeling really warm. Check in with your body. Notice how it's feeling after we just moved and we challenged all of our muscles with those bent knees and those strong warrior arms. From your seat, go ahead and extend your legs long in front of you. So make a nice L shape, okay? L for lion, here we are. Flex your toes, or rather draw them towards your face. So your feet are like standing on the wall in front of you. Soften your knees a lot, and then reach your arms up to the sky. Get really long. And with your nice soft knees, begin to reach, grabbing for your shins, maybe even your ankles, or maybe your toes. And we'll just pause here, breathing into this fold. Start to draw the chin in towards the chest, just slightly. Very nice, little yogis. Take one more breath here. And big breath out. We're going to unfurl, so you're going to take your chin into the chest, and you're going to roll all the way back up, reaching the hands and the head up last. And then I want you to challenge yourself. Bend your knees, bring the soles of the feet onto the mat, reach your fingertips forward, and begin to slowly release down onto your back like you're lowering a drawbridge. For 3, 2, 1, come on down. Very nice, everybody. Draw your knees in towards your chest when you arrive. So bring your knees up like you're in a little ball. And just take your hands and place them on your shins. Okay? And then from here, walk your hands out so they're nice and wide. Think airplane wings. And then we're going to lift our hips and just bump them over to one side. And then we're going to let our knees fall over towards the other. And then whichever way your knees are falling, look the opposite direction. Take a big breath in here. And a big breath out. Very nice. We're going to little supine twist, or on our backs we're twisting. Here we go. Reach your knees back through center. And then from here, bump your hips to the other side and let your knees fall down. Gaze over the opposite way of your knees. So if your knees are pointing this way, look away from them. Take a big breath here. And a big breath out. Bring your knees back in through center. And this time, take your hands and place them on your shins. And then go ahead and roll up, kissing your forehead to your knees like you're a tighter way. Your knees are falling. Look the opposite direction. Take a big breath in here. And a big breath out. Very nice. We're going to little supine twist, or on our backs we're twisting. Here we go. Reach your knees back through center. And then from here, bump your hips to the other side and let your knees fall down. Gaze over the opposite way of your knees. So if your knees are pointing this way, look away from them.
Take a big breath here. And a big breath out. Bring your knees back in through center. And this time, take your hands and place them on your shins. And then go ahead and roll up, kissing your forehead to your knees. And then release all the way down onto our backs. Get really big. See if you can just let your arms fall, let your feet fall. Maybe just wiggle everything like a noodle for a minute. Rock your hips from side to side. And then see if you can find stillness in your body. Take a big breath in through the nose. And let's be bees, hum it out. 2 more times, breath in. Let's be bees. Big breath in. Last time, here we go, big bumblebees. Notice how your body feels. And then as you lie here, I want you to take your attention, so think about where your toes are. And I want you to flex your feet. I want you to bring your toes towards your face. Really tighten up the toes. Oh, feel that tension in your legs. Feels really strong. And then take a breath in, and then release your toes. Really soft. I want you to think about the tops of your legs. Can you draw them in and clench through your seat? Take a breath in, and then exhale, soften. Now bring your attention into your fingers. Can you bring your fingers in towards your palm, like making little fists? Really squeeze, 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 squeeze. Inhale, breath. Exhale, soften. I want you to draw your shoulders all the way up into your ears, as if you were trying to, touch your ears with the tops of your shoulders. Inhale. And then exhale, release. Notice the different ways your body feels as you tense and release the body. As you really work into those postures or those shapes where we're holding on to all of our tension, we're squeezing everything in, and then we release everything back down and get really soft. Take 2 more breaths here. And then when you're ready, we're gonna roll onto one side. So we're gonna take our knees and bend them, and we're gonna bring ourselves onto a little pillow at our sides. And then we're gonna gently press ourselves towards a comfortable seat. Go as slowly as you need. There is no rush. You can use your hands to press yourself up. And when you arrive, maybe on your bum or your shins, find that nice long spine so the crown or top of your head reaches high to the sky. And your bum is rooted down into the mat. All right, little yogis, really great work today. You guys all did awesome. Very nice yoga. Namaste. Thanks for practicing with me today. See you next time.